So this person commented by saying that the current status of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, or SPR, puts us at risk. I'm not sure how, but then goes on to say that Trump had to fill it back up after Obama drained it. So that's not true, but I also wanted to show receipts. So let's do this, shall we? So let's start by saying that the SPR was an act of Congress dating back to 1975 at the request of President Ford, who wanted to create a strategic storage of oil during the oil embargo and the international oil crisis of the mid-70s, and sits in the U.S. Code 42, Chapter 77. And at the time, it authorized Congress to store up to 1 billion barrels of oil for strategic purposes. Well, that number changed from 1 billion to 714 million barrels, where it, the maximum where it sits today. And so the question is it true that the Obama administration drained that storage and that then Trump came in and refilled it? Spoiler alert, the answer is no, but let's look at the numbers. So this chart tells us the story kind of at a glance at 30,000 feet and shows that towards the end of the chart, we see a sharp decline. But now let's zoom in and figure out when that decline happened. So let's start with the beginning of the Obama administration. That number was 704, roughly, million barrels in January of 2009. And if you remember, the maximum is 714 million. We can already see that during the first couple of years of the Obama administration, that number actually was exceeded, and it was at about 725 million barrels. And this is where the SPR level was in January of 2017 when Trump took office. It was at roughly 695 million barrels. From 703 to 695, I don't think you can call it draining. But then the question is, did Trump actually fill it? And we can find the answer by seeing where the SPR was when Biden took office in January of 2021. That number is 638. So the SPR under Trump went from 695 to 638. I'm no mathematician. I don't think you can call it filling it. So there's your definitive answer. I hope it helps.